This is going to be a three-part video. It's going to be the process, the build and reveal. This is going to be my 6-string box guitar. I am not using a cigar box for this one. This one is actually a Bolo wine box. You'd have 2 bottles of wine facing the opposite way in there. It's gonna have that license plate cover. I'm gonna add in a vintage pickup. It's a no-name pickup, but these things have a lot of power. I saved a few of these from, a flea market guitar that I took a lot of cool vintage pieces off of. Vintage trees, vintage, what do you call that there? Crap, can't think of it. With the wham bar, like Gibson's have. Look like one of those. Can't think of the name of it right now. Anyway, so this is the bridge I'm gonna use. I'm gonna bolt that in, and debating whether or not I should add this extra piece. I gotta see how the action is gonna go first, and if not, I'll make something myself. It's gonna be more for cosmetics, that piece, of anything. The bridge I will level. You do have to, when you go and set a bridge to a neck, I already have a 6-string neck here. Let me see, I forget how many frets. It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's a shorter neck. Look at the sides. There's no downward peg from the fret. So this is an ebony color, but it's actually darker than ebony. It's not wood. It's made of resin. This won't be the first time I've used one of these necks. So I've put in these custom-made tuners that I made myself. They're locking. They're smaller. And then what I did was I just took some metal snips, cut the plastic off, and then drilled a hole that would be very tight and added in these dice knobs. So it's gonna kind of have like some, gaming theme to the neck, and the body's gonna be all electric. I wish I could open it up right now, but I have something setting right there. These copper bolts that are here, I put a little Plymouth logo there. They're gonna stay there. They're holding on the plate. A little flat screw with a tuner gear behind it, just to make it look a little cool. This screw's gonna be removed. That's gonna be something a little more vintage. I did put the plate on reverse from what I wanted, but actually I think I can make that work. Right here where you get your year flag, and a lot of the logos are going to be facing the other way, so it'll work out in the end to look something like it's supposed to. I might even paint and screen print this the opposite way and leave this the other way, and then the two will do something else. So right now I'm showing you basically what this is going to be. The neck, believe it or not, I added in my own hardware and thresh rod cover. This does have a thresh rod. This came off of a kid's guitar. This won't be the first time I've used one. I actually made another cigar box guitar 6-string out of one of these, and it just sounded awesome. It sounded better than like a Martin Traveler's guitar. And when I'm done with this is the first part of a 3-part video. I'm going to show you the reveal on this. It'll be stained, the hardware will be in place. Right now what I'm concentrating on is I'm going to take a string and line up my bridge. So this way if you don't do this, what could happen? You could have, you know, your low E string or your high E string like off here or slipping off, and you get like a twangy buzz or it doesn't play right. So if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, you have to tie strings to see where you're going to center, and then you can bolt on your bridge. This is one bridge I'm thinking about using. I have many boxes and many parts all over my house. This is one of them. Got some neck plates here, different things, small parts for acoustics and electrics, little knobs for fenders. But where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I do have this full size, complete with springs and everything. Fender bridge. This was one idea I had. Put this in here once it's out of the bag, of course. I do have a short wah bar. One thing I've never seen is one of these with a wah bar. So I figured, how could you do that? If I put some sort of a large tension spring in there with a bolt through it, and put like a small slit there, I could actually get enough vibro where I could use that. That's an idea I'm thinking of. I want you to comment if you want to on if you think that's a good idea or not. So over here, lots of parts. I've got some inlays there I'm not going to use. The neck, because the box is so thick, we'll use these seated rings. They'll be inserted, and washers will be on the other side. The bolts will go through. They'll go through solid wood, but right up into the back of the neck. That'll keep it nice and sturdy. No issues there, especially with so much body behind it. The bottom is maple. I don't know how good you can see it, but you can see the front of the neck is maple. So yeah, we'll have this vintage pickup in here. I already have a nice ring for it. And here's another little thing I like to do. A lot of people don't think of. If I use standard humbuckers, you can buy these at Home Depot for 30 cents. These are actually for electrical boxes. You can get them in neon yellow, neon orange, neon green. I've done this on regular electrics. I've done this on cigar boxes. They are a little larger, but you can fill in the space by just wrapping a little bit of extra material with wax around the humbucker. There's another idea I may or may not use. But right now I'm looking at this pickup. It just has super duper power. It's old, it's vintage, but I also do have double humbuckers here. All different brands. Let me see. Just for an example, is one in my box. You know, this one was a Jackson factory I took out. Put in an EMG on an electric that I have. Could do something like that. And like I said, this is your regular standard pickup ring. Take this. Size is a little different. And you do have to make some of your own holes on there. But usually these will give you something extra when you do something like that. You see what I'm saying? All right, now that's another idea I'm thinking of. I want some comments before I finish this build. Right now, it's daytime. I have things to do. When I come back home, I'm going to start working on this. Hopefully, the couple of subscribers I have since I started this channel just yesterday will make some comments about what they think. Another cool trick, and especially with this fretboard being resin as opposed to wood, is I do this a lot, and I'll do this a lot with the maple necks, like on the fenders and things. Not these tattoos specifically, but see there it says tattoos. These ones are Star Wars tattoos. When I walk by machines, I always look for the ones that look pretty badass. Skulls, you know, rock and roll type ones, or it could be motor themed, monster trucks or whatever. Take little engine pieces or whatever. Cool thing about these, especially on a resin neck or a maple, like you wet them and put them on your own. Wet them, place them where you want. Once that hot water seals it to the neck, take a small X-Acto knife with a little bit of cloth over it, but nothing that's going to be sticky, like a polished cloth. Wipe off around the edges and shellac it there with some spray polyurethane or a clear glue that dries clear, that self-levels. And I could actually, if I want to, now this is going to be totally different from the theme of this guitar, and I could use like these, helmets here. I could even cut out the rest of this helmet and use those as inlay markers and have myself a Star Wars themed neck. But you can do this with any tattoos. That's one of my personal tricks. I did a whole guitar body with large tattoos, and it came out awesome. I mean, it looked like I bought $1 million guitar. I took it to the flea market where I buy and trade guitars, and I had everybody running at me at the same time, and I was like, look, like, I'm not going to let you guys fight over it. Like, here's my phone number. Call me with your offer. Best offer, we'll get it. And it was sold the same day. All I had to do was walk around with the damn thing. So tattoos, a cool trick. If you want to make custom inlays, or you have a tattoo that's a cool design you want to put on your headstock, or usually the lighter ones like this, or the really, really dark ones, and the tattoos are like a white. Anyway, I always long-wind my videos here and talk too much, but these are some ideas I'm playing with for this license plate box guitar. And I'm lucky to have lots of extra guitar parts because I'm always dissecting and upgrading mine. For instance, this one here, I threw in the EMGs. It's got a custom switch cover. I got my Ibanez Gem Jr. there. That's all custom. I took out those factory pickups, those junky DiMarzios, I can't say it right, and put in my own. I took off the Fender style knobs, put black knobs. That's my son giving birth in the other room, by the way. I don't know what he's doing. He's making a lot of noise. This is my PS4 Performer I'm working on right now. I got one EMG in there, and I'm going to switch those out. And that's just a Apollo guitar that I keep in here for friends to beat on. I got my other acoustics, my better ones, in my room. My banjos and everything else. All right, anyway, back to this. So I'm going to tie these strings. You know how to do that if you've ever lined up a bridge to a neck. And let me know. I don't know if I'm going to go with the Gibson style neck. If I'm going to go with this orange ring or the factory ring, or if I'm going to go with that Fender style neck and do the cutaway so that I can have a little wham action if I want. Let me know what you think. All right. Red Roadie signing out.